Hello people, this is Ashfaq. Welcome to my channel. And today আমি আজকে বলবো যে বাংলাদেশের 10টা biggest rock bands since I guess 1980s because I'm not familiar with 1970s rock era. So let's get into it. Number 10, Nemesis. Nemesis এর এই পর্যন্ত 3টা অ্যালবাম রিলিজ হয়েছে তাদের they've been doing music for a really long time, and Zohad Bhai has a great voice. I'm not gonna argue on that, but they pretty much all of their songs sound kind of same, which is not bad because যদি গান যদি একই রকম না হয় তাহলে অনেকে কমপ্লেন করে, আবার গান যদি ডিফারেন্ট হয় তারপর অনেকে কমপ্লেন করে। তারপরও sometimes you have to experiment with your music, but most of their songs sounded same to me, but still they're a really big name in Bangladeshi rock music scenario. So they have released 3 albums so far, or 4 maybe, no 3. So good job. Their first album with the first founding guitarist, one of the guitarists, I forgot his name. He was one of the founding members of the band, so his guitar works were really amazing. But the next albums, they didn't take me at all. So I've put them at number 10. So number 9, আমি হচ্ছে রাখবো Milesকে. Miles, Bangladesh, one of the biggest names in the rock scenario, but still they're not my type. So it's just my opinion. Don't hate me, but I put them at number 9. They have released a lot of albums. They have released few foreign English albums as well. They're Shafin Ahmed, Hamim Ahmed, they're big names in the rock scenario, but still they didn't. তারা অনেকদিন ধরে মিউজিক করছে বাট তাদের মিউজিক্যাল স্টাইলটা I just don't get it. It's not hard rock, it's not prog rock, it's kind of their own style, I must say, but still you have like 2 or 3 big songs and huge catalog, so that's not gonna work for me. I need few good albums with really great songs on that. But I know Bangladesh অনেক মাইলসের ফ্যান রয়েছে এবং অনেক পুরনো জেনারেশন মাইলসের হিউজ ফ্যান বেস রয়েছে, but they are not my type, so still I put them at number 9 in the top 10 list. Number 8, I put Lalon. বাংলাদেশে অনেক বড় একটা কাভার ব্যান্ড. They are not তাদের মৌলিক কোনো কাজ নেই, তারা লালন সঙ্গীতকে রক স্টাইলে কাভার করে থাকে। সো তাদের ভোকাল সুমিয়াপুর ভয়েস খুব ভালো, I must say her ranges are really good, and her deliveries are really good in the live shows. তাদের 3টা অ্যালবাম রিলিজ হয়েছে, so I put them at number 8 because of the fan base, but I'm not a fan of cover bands because you must find your creativity somewhere. I know they're doing Lalun music in their own way, that's kind of creative, but still you have to write your own lyrics sometimes, and that's one of the biggest and most important jobs in music. Fucking dogs. Number 7, আমি রাখবো চিরকুটের এ পর্যন্ত 4টা অ্যালবাম রিলিজ হয়েছে তাদের। I'm not a big fan of Chirkut, but I must say their guitarist Simon Chaudhary is really jam, and he works with acoustics and electrics and different kind of guitars. He may be biased from them, from outside, from other countries, and he collected them. So he's a really good guitarist, but overall Chirkut is a big band, not in the country, also in other regions of the world, but still they're not my type. Don't hate me for this, but their lyrics are really good, but still I put them at number 7. They are one of the big names. The number 6, Shironamhin. Bangladesh is one of the biggest rock bands for 20 years. তাদের 5টা অ্যালবাম রিলিজ হয়েছে, ছয়টা ছয়টা মেবি হবে, 6 নম্বরটা উইদাউট দ্য ফাউন্ডিং মেম্বার অফ দেয়ার ব্যান্ড তুহিন ভাই। তাদের আর্লি ওয়ার্ক, প্রথম অ্যালবাম জাহাজি, প্রথম 2টা অ্যালবাম দারুণ, অসাধারণ, এটা নিয়ে কোনো সন্দেহ নেই। এবং তাদের কিছু সোলো সিঙ্গেল রয়েছে, সিঙ্গেলগুলোও খুব দারুণ। তাদের তাদের কোনো জনরা নেই, শিরোনামহীন আসলে নিজেই তার একটা জনরা, সো দ্যাটস রিয়েলি গুড। আলাদা মৌলিক একটা স্টাইল বের করা, অ্যান্ড দ্যাটস রিয়েলি ক্রিয়েটিভ। কুডোস টু শিরোনামহীন। I like the guitar works, I like the previous guitar works, I like the lyrics, two good lyrics, and Tuhin Bhai's voice was amazing. The new vocal is also amazing, you must check him out. So I put them at number 6. Number 5, Orthohin. I'm not a big fan of Orthohin. I put them at top 10 list because they are a big name, and Shumon Bhai is a great influence to the most of the rock musicians in Bangladesh, and he's one of the greatest bassists also. তাদের এ পর্যন্ত 7টা অ্যালবাম রিলিজ হয়েছে, বাট তাদের গান আমার ভালো, আই ডোন্ট হেট দেম বাট আই ডোন্ট লাইক দেম অলসো। তাদের গানগুলো আমার কাছে লিরিক্যালি খুব চিপ মনে হয়েছে, মানে বাংলা ভাষায় বলতে গেলে সস্তা মনে হয়েছে। ওদের লিরিকগুলা not that rocky, but still they're really good, and they have a huge fan following in the country. They've influenced so many people to come into the rock music, and they've done so many so important works for rock music কে আরো প্রচার করার জন্য। তারা অনেক কিছু করেছে বাংলাদেশে, so hats off to them. Also Shumon bhai, you are really sick, get well soon, best of luck. Number 4, Warfaze. তাদের এ পর্যন্ত 8টা অ্যালবাম রিলিজ হয়েছে। Warfaze বাংলাদেশে one of the biggest names. তারা since 1970s they are doing music, I guess late 1970s. তাদের মূল সময়টা ছিল 91 থেকে 1998। তখন তাদের লাইন আপটা ছিল ওয়ারফেজের বেস্ট লাইন আপ, এবং তাদের অ্যালবামগুলো চমৎকার ছিল। প্রথম 4টা অ্যালবাম most probably were really good, and তাদের but I'm not a big fan of Warfaze, but because their sound is kind of, it's 2019 but still they're into the 1990s sound. তাদের সাউন্ড তেমন ইমপ্রুভ হয় নাই। তাদের ড্রামিং, I don't like their old drumming style, and also they have তাদের গানের লিরিক ভালো, it must say, but still they're not my type, I guess. So they're number 4. Number 3, the great LRB, great Ayub Bachchu, rest in peace sir. তাদের এখন 13টা অ্যালবাম রিলিজ হয়েছে, এর মধ্যে একটা লাইভ অ্যালবাম, 13টা অ্যালবামের বাইরে একটা লাইভ অ্যালবামও আছে তাদের। I am a big fan of LRB and big fan of Ayub Bachchu. I started to play guitar because of him, I must say. I'm not a big guitar player, but still I picked the guitar because of him. Back in 2011, I guess, I saw them live for the first time, and it was the best day of my life. Ayub Bachchu was playing guitar with so many emotions, and he was shredding. His deliveries were really good. His vocals with ranges, great ranges. So hats off, rest in peace. And LRB বাংলাদেশের অনেক বড় বড় ব্যান্ড LRB থেকে ইনফ্লুয়েন্সড, LRB থেকে মোটিভেটেড হয়ে মিউজিক শুরু করেছে, এবং স্টিল মিউজিক দে আর ডুইং দেয়ার জব। LRB লাস্ট works, I'm not a big fan. Their late 90s and early 2000s were really good, when there were cassettes, and they were a big name in the country. So they are at number 3. Number 2, guess what, Black is a Bangladeshi alternative rock band with the lineup. The first lineup was John Kobir on vocal, Tasan on keyboard, Jahan Bhai on guitars, and Tony Bhai on drums. All great musicians. Tony Bhai is one of the greatest drummers in Bangladesh, and probably my most favorite drummer in Bangladesh. He and Shaju Bhai on top list together. And Black 4টা অ্যালবাম রিলিজ করেছে। তাদের প্রত্যেকটা অ্যালবাম অসাধারণ, প্রত্যেকটা অ্যালবাম, বিশেষ করে আমার পৃথিবী, এবং উৎসবের সামথিং রিয়েলি রিয়েলি গ্রেট অ্যালবাম। এবং তাদের যে মিউজিক্যাল স্টাইল অল্টারনেটিভ রক, অ্যান্ড দে রিয়েলি literally changed the musical scenario of rock music scenario of Bangladesh. They started a new genre, and they kind of made a new fan base of the rock music, and they did a really good job in the 2000s and 2010s also. So Black is one of my most favorite bands of all time, and I really love their music, really do. So number one is guess what, it's Arcel. Arcel has been doing music for 20 years, but they have just released 2 albums, so that's really shocking. But their first album was Onno Shomoy was released in 1999, I guess. That album was really good, and because of the lyrics, Rupok Bhai, the great Rupok Bhai, rest in peace, his lyrics were too good, man, too good, really too good. And Lincoln Bhai's vocal and ranges were not at right now. His ranges were really amazing, and Ershaad Bhai's guitar, oh my god, amazing, really amazing. The guitar solos on every single song, they had they had various solos on one single song, and that what blew my mind, really. The production was good, but not good as Oniket Prantor was released in 2007, and it was the album that took the rock music to a whole new level. Every single song on that album, every single song is fucking masterpiece. You must listen to it. And they adopted the kind of prog music, and with the heavy metal stuff, kind of prog metal, I can say prog metal, progressive, and also some of the psychedelic stuff. So that's really really amazing. And Arcel has the biggest fan base in the country. They have kind of some cult following also. So it's really great for musicians when listeners are really proud of what you do. But you have to do more, you have to give them more, you have to do more music, because the listeners are waiting for your new works, and that's how you provide your creativity with your music. But they have been doing nothing for last 12 years, I guess. They are saying they are releasing their 3rd album almost every year, but it's not coming out. We are still waiting for it. I'm a biggest fan of Arcel. Probably Arcel was my first metal band in Bangladesh. Probably I never really heard any of the metal bands before in Bangladesh. So they kind of তারা আমাকে ওইখানে কাইন্ড অফ রক থেকে মেটাল নিয়ে গেছে আমাকে Arcel বাংলাদেশের মিউজিক সিনারি। বাইরের অনেক মেটাল ব্যান্ড শুনতাম, বাট বাংলাদেশের মেটালের সাথে আমি এত পরিচিত ছিলাম না। Arcel did that to me. So kudos to Arcel also. So this was my top 10 list. কিছু ব্যান্ড বাদ পড়ছে, like Cryptic Fate, like Arbovirus. ওরা অনেক বড় ব্যান্ড, but they couldn't make the top 10 list for me. So তাছাড়া জেমস বাদ পড়েছে। জেমস ভাই, I see him as an individual artist, so আমি ব্যান্ডের লিস্টে তাকে রাখতে চাইনি। So this is my top 10 list. Thank you guys. Subscribe to my channel.